Nick Jones here, the visually impaired personal trainer from the Lakeside Fitness Studio. Today bringing you a lower body strengthening tone at home. We're going to get straight in with a warm-up. Just start by shaking out the legs, and we're going to have a good thorough warm-up of those legs. We're going to start with just a few torso twists just to get the lower back and core loose. So just twist to face your chest one way, twist to face your chest the other way. Hips and feet stay nice and still. And yeah, we're going to do 3 to 4 rounds. So we're going to do 4 rounds of 4 exercises, 55 seconds on, 20 seconds off, nice and tough. Again, rounds 3 and 4 are kind of more there for just the more advanced lifters. If you're new to this, 1 to 2 rounds should be plenty, but feel free to hang around there for round 3 and 4 if you want that bit extra. Okie doke, so just a few hula hoops, a few hip circles, so feet stay nice and still, hands on the hips, and just draw some circles. In a sec, I'm going to change directions, but just keep going as you are at the moment. But yeah, so I can't stress enough that rounds 3 and 4, it should be really, really difficult by then. Just do what you can in those rounds, or feel free to just do 2 rounds and then build up to 4 rounds. Completely up to you. Right, next up, we're going to do some leg swings, so hold on to something sturdy and just swing a straight leg forwards and backwards. So just swinging one leg to start. We're going to get those legs nice and thoroughly warm. We're going to start with some active stretches, then slowly move into ones that just lift the heart rate that little bit more. Switch the legs. Here we go. So we're going to do, so our 4 moves are always going to consist of a side glute move, which is almost a slightly, I mean, it's going to be working, but it's slightly the recovery move. Then we're going to do 2 moves with a sort of glutey and leggy, in terms of the main bit of the glutes and legs, and then the final move is going to be more front of the legs, quad focused. Right, finish there, walk onto your mat. What we're going to do is a couple of little jogging steps, then a high knee hold towards your chest. A couple of jogging steps, hold a high knee up towards your chest. A couple of jogging steps, hold the high knee towards the chest. Just switching legs, moving from one to the next. Here we go. So again, I designed these workouts so they're almost a little bit too tough, just so there's always room for improvement. If you're doing a workout and it feels easy, next up, what we're going to do, reverse lunge with a twist. So I step my right foot back for a reverse lunge, left twist. Step my left foot back, reverse lunge, right twist. This just warms up the torso and the legs together. Again, you don't have to go too deep just yet on the reverse lunges. However, practice good reverse lunge form. Front shin bone nice and vertical. You don't want that knee sticking forward past the ankle, otherwise it's going to put pressure on the knee. And again, I tend to prefer reverse lunges to forward lunges. I think it puts less pressure on the knee in general. You're sort of back-loading the knee rather than kind of catching all of your body weight in the front of the knee. So just keep going with this one. Good long time on this one to get that heart rate up a bit and get those legs nice and warm. Then we're going to crack straight on with it. There is an option, so the first move is going to involve a band, and it will always involve a band. If you don't have a band, there is an option of doing a bit of hydrant, which I demonstrate in a minute.
10 seconds.
At the moment though, just keep going with the reverse lunge twist. We're approaching the end of the warm-up. Rest there. So if you don't have the band, this is your alternative move. You're going to do 30 seconds of hydrant one side, then 30 seconds of hydrant the other side for move 1. If you do have a band, put that band round your ankles and get ready to go. So band goes round the ankles. And what you're going to do is stand up nice and tall and just do a side shuffle. So here we go. So good tension on that band, feet pointing forwards. Make sure the knees are in a nice straight line with the ankles and hips. Keep tension on that band, side travel. Let's go. Just listen out for the timer in the background. 55 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 4 different moves, 4 times through. Survive as long as you can. If you just need to sit out, that's absolutely fine. Take more rest, that's absolutely fine. Or if you need less rest, feel free to do that as well. I want these to be as hard or as easy as you want them to be. Obviously, the harder you make it, the more effective it is. However, it all depends on your current fitness level. That's it, so side travel. Do you see, as I'm sidestepping though, I'm keeping tension on that band. I'm not letting that band go slack in the middle. I'm keeping a gap of about a football between my ankles at all time. These are really strong bands that I've got, so I'm not actually able to step too far. But I'm keeping that pressure on. Even when I shuffle my foot in, I've still got pressure on the band. Right, whip the band off. We are going to do some reverse lunge hops. So you're going to go left leg forward, let's say. You're going to step the right foot back, get the knee as near to the floor as you can, or like me, touch the floor. And then as you bring the leg back forward, drive the knee up high and hop into the air. Let's go. So nice deep reverse lunge. Then as you bring that knee through, take it up towards your chest. Little high knee hop at the top. That's it. Here we go. Reverse lunge hops. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So again, this is really good for the glutes, really good for the legs. So it's kind of sort of almost like a back and total leg focus, this move. Then our fourth move will be front of the leg focus. And again, once you get a rhythm with this, then just try and pick up the pace and try and hit that rhythm like I am. I use a bit of arms to kind of keep my momentum. You could have one hand on the wall if you needed to, and you could slow the move down a bit if you wanted to. If you're really struggling, you could just do the reverse lunge instead. All depends on your fitness level. Excellent. Rest there, switch the sides, same exact move. Right foot stays at the front this time. We're going to step the left leg back and down. Then as you bring the left foot back forward, you drive that knee up into the air, little hop at the top. Here we go. That's it. Good stuff. And again, I'm trying to get that knee touching the floor for me. So just to make sure I'm at the correct depth without my front knee pushing forward. If you look at my front leg, my shin bone is nice and vertical. Ankle in a nice straight line with the knee. Step back, then as you bring it up, up with a hop and just blast those legs. And again, strengthening, toning and shaping is all about volume and kind of hitting, you know, we do want to hit a few repetitions on the same moves. But every fortnight or whenever I manage to bring out these videos, we will change the moves, of course.
10 seconds.
That's it, just hang on in there, good as you can.
Rest.
Right, rest there. Next up, weighted or non-weighted wall sit. Okay, so or your ski sit, however you know it as. What we're going to do is just going to sit down onto that wall, get a 90-degree angle bend at your leg. You want your ankles and knees in a nice straight line again. Shin bones nice and vertical. You don't want your feet behind your knees and you don't want your feet out in front of the knees either. So if you see, I've got a nice 90-degree bend. So there's a nice 90-degree angle between my thigh bone and my shin bone. In this first round, I'm really going to talk through the different moves. Then in the rounds to follow, I may just give you a few pointers. Especially if you've done this workout more than once. So hopefully I'm not going on too much. But that's it, hold that weight if you want to, with or without the weight, down onto the wall sit. Squeeze those legs, survival mode. So all about the legs today, big leg day Thursday, here we go. Rest there, nice one. Next up, we're going back to the start. So for round two, we're going to go back to the side travel on the band. So band round your ankles, shimmy back over. Get ready to start the side shuffle, round two. And that's it, let's go, let's go, let's go. Just keep that tension on the band, just stand up nice and tall. Band around the ankles, keep the pressure on the band. You do not want that band to go slack. Do you see on my band? Zero slack in that band. Small steps and keep a good distance between your feet. If you're stepping your feet too close together, the band will go slack and fall around your ankles. You don't want to lose the pressure. So I'm just going slow and steady, standing up nice and tall. My hips, knees and ankles are in a nice straight line. My knees aren't caving in. I'm in a good strong position and just blasting the side of the glutes. Super important muscle to hit in terms of hip, knee and lower back health. Rest there. Next up, back to the reverse lunge hops. Round number 2. Legs and the main muscle in the glute. Left foot stays forward, step the right foot back as you bring it back through. Nice high knee, up with a little hop at the top. You don't have to jump too high into the air. Just try and keep it as one constant movement. So if you notice as I'm doing it, as soon as I land from the hop, I'm going straight back into the next reverse lunge. Obviously, if you're finding that too difficult, you can slow it down a bit and sort of do it as a 2-stage movement. However, this is the ideal. Good deep lunge, just reverse lunge away, reverse lunge hop, drive that knee up nice and high. And just remember your good lunge technique. Keep that front shin bone nice and vertical, bum goes backwards and down as you reverse lunge. Switch your sides. Right leg stays pinned to the floor. Left leg is going back and down. And as you drive that left knee up and through, up with a little hop. That's it. Just remember your good technique pointers. Get that rear knee as near to the ground as you can. The deeper you go with that rear knee, the better it works that leg. Little gentle hop at the top. You don't have to go too crazy with the hop at the top. The more important thing is the depth in the lunge and the tempo. That's how you make this move harder, is if you're sort of landing and going straight back into the next lunge. That is perfect. So we're working those legs hard. And just survive, just hang on in there. Round number 2. Really blasting those legs. Also gets the heart rate up a little bit, this one. So increases that calorie burn. Rest there. Next up, the wall sit. Weighted or without weight, up to you. Just no matter what you do, just get a good angle, good depth on the wall. Good 90-degree angle bend at the leg. And make sure your ankles are directly underneath your knees. Don't want your ankles further back or further out. Then just survival, hang in there, good as you can. And of course, if you haven't got a weight, keep the hands off the thighs.
Halfway there. Seconds.
Rest there, round 2 done. Option, you can stop there. If not, hang on in there for bonus round 3 and 4. Back to the band round the ankles for the side travel. So here we go, round number 3. Survival mode. Let's go. Keep the tension on the band, stay up nice and tall, work in the side of those glutes. We should be really into the territory where this is really burning, okay? Keep that tension on the band. Do not step too close together. If you see that band, if you look down, see that band going slack, that means you're stepping too close together. You want to keep that distance between your ankles, small little shuffle. Again, I've got really strong bands on, so I'm not actually able to step out very wide, but I'm keeping my feet wide. I'm keeping that distance of about a football between my ankles at all times.
10 seconds. Rest.
Rest there. Next up, reverse lunge with a hop, round number 3. Here we go. So again, if you're not finding this difficult enough, add some weight or up the tempo or add depth to the lunge. And if you notice, my rear knee is touching the mat each time. It's only lightly brushing it. You don't want to thump into it. But I'm lightly brushing it, keeping that depth, working that glute, working that leg. Let's blast these legs. Again, I'm doing the hardest option of where you up with a hop, straight back into the next move. You can break it down into kind of a 2-stage move if you need to, or you can take the hop out altogether, especially if you're really struggling into round 3 and 4. If not, keep the hop going and just do what you can.
Seconds. Rest.
"20 seconds rest and then over to the other side." You know what to do now. Just blast those legs and do as much as you can. So we've got those few options. You can either do the option that I'm doing, the hardest one, where you sort of go straight back into the next reverse lunge as soon as you land. So my left foot isn't touching the floor at the top position, just going straight back into the next lunge, and keeping that tempo higher is going to make it harder. If you need to slow it down, that's absolutely fine. Or you can take out the hop altogether if you're really struggling. If not, hang in there, do what you can.
Seconds. Rest.
Next up, the wall sit for the 3rd time. Again, you can either keep going with the weight or you can drop the weight. But whatever you do, try and keep your hands off your thighs and keep the form perfect. I'd rather the form be perfect and you need extra rests than carrying on just to last the time, but you're working different areas and not feeling it in the correct areas. Like, or feeling it in the knees or something like that. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So if you are really, really struggling, you can sit a bit higher up the wall. If not, do 90 degrees and survive.
Halfway there. Seconds. Rest.
So well done. 3rd wall sit done. Very much in bonus territory now. 4th and final round of the workout. Then your 30-minute leg day is done. Side travel, let's go. So band around the ankles, good pressure on the outside of the hips. Side travel, keep that tension. Do not let that band go slack.
Halfway there. 10 seconds.
As we approach the end of this round for the last time, just keep that pressure on. Don't let that band go slack. Keep as much pressure as you can between those ankles and rest there. Next up, the reverse lunge hop for the last time. You know what to do now. Over to you. Ball's in your court. Get as much out of the session as you can. My left foot staying planted to start with. Right leg is the one going in, out and up.
Let's go.
Obviously I'm getting a little hop into the air as well with the left leg. This little hop, slightly more explosive movement, fires a few extra fast twitch muscle fibers, which there are a lot of in the glutes, so it's really good for toning, shaping, strengthening the glutes, this move. Again, go as deep as you feel comfortable. I'm going all the way down, touching the floor with my knee, up with a hop. As soon as I land on that foot, straight into the next one, keeping the tempo high for the whole 55 seconds. At this stage though, it's going to be really tricky. 4 rounds in, if you manage to last this long, you're doing really well. It's all about just survival mode now and hitting volume in the muscles, repetition and volume. And just do what you can to the end. 3 moves to the end.
Rest.
Switch the sides, 2 moves to the end. Same reverse lunge hop, except this time my right leg is the one that's virtually staying still. Here we go.
Let's go.
Final round, just make sure that form's still good. Keeping that front shin bone nice and vertical. Good deep step back, up with a hop. Here we go, last time on the reverse lunge hops. Also gets the heart rate up, gets you burning a few more calories. Just the wall sit to go and you're done, but legs should be on fire right now if you're doing this correctly.
Halfway there.
This is something I always try and iterate to my clients. It's not about how easily you can make this exercise look and about how easily you can last the time. It's about how effective can you make the exercise. How hard can you actively make those muscles work. The harder you make them work, the better the response in the muscles.
Rest.
Rest there, so final move, the wall sit, then we're stretching. Then we're just gonna have a good stretch of those legs and we're done.
Let's go.
Excellent, right, here we go. Down and hold. Wall sit, 90-degree angle. Knees straight over the toes for the last time. Shin bone at the front, nice and vertical. Hold on to that weight if you can. And again, if you are lasting these rounds easily or comfortably, which I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be, add more weight to the wall sit, add more tempo to the reverse lunge, and add more depth to the reverse lunge. And then there'll be a new routine coming soon for the leg day. So just hold on, hold on, hold on, good as you can. This 4th and final round there, I'm thoroughly expecting you to take rests. But if you can survive and can hang in there or are hanging in there right this second, just hang in there good as you can. You haven't got long to go, rest there. Good job, time for some stretching. Let's get straight into it. We're going to start with some quad stretching. Shake out the legs, heel to bum. Feel free to use something to balance on. Big quad stretch. If that was a bit quick into the stretching, then you can pause the video and just take 5 seconds, have a drink, and then press play and go back in with the stretching when you can. So I'm just doing a big quad stretch, heel to bum, hold the heel as near to the bum as you can, stand up tall, push the hip forward, pull the knee back, and feel free to use something to balance on if you want.
Halfway there.
If you want to, switch the sides. If you do want to work on a bit of ankle strength, you can not hold on if you want, but only as long as you're getting a good enough stretch in the quad. I get some people who don't like to hold on to anything as they're stretching, but then they're not really getting a good enough pull on the front of the leg. So just make sure you're getting a good enough stretch. Okay, rest there, head on down onto your bum, cross your legs, walk your hands out for your glute and lower back stretch. I like doing this stretch because it's quite all-encompassing. It stretches everything that attaches to the SI joint, which is where I find a lot of people have issues these days. So it's a good stretch to test yourself on and test your mobility on. Let's go, go, go. Just reach out as far as you feel you can. Drop your elbows down towards the floor. Big stretch through the lower back. At the halfway marker, switch the legs round.
Halfway there.
Switch the legs round, same stretch. Walk those hands out, try and drop the elbows down towards the floor. If you can't get your hands or elbows on the floor, you may benefit from a little bit of extra stretching to combat
10 seconds.
any kind of desk work or any long durations of sitting down in your day.
Rest.
Rest there, one leg in, one leg out for hamstring. Make sure that leg goes out at a 45-degree angle. Send both hands across and reach for the toe. This gives you a bonus stretch through your lower back.
Let's go.
Big stretch down the back of the leg, all the way through from the hamstring down to the calf. Work these muscles quite hard on the reverse lunge hops. So get a good stretch on them. Second last stretch, and we're going to call it a day there.
Halfway there.
At the halfway marker, there it is. Switch the sides. Reach down with both hands, big stretch. But apart from that, I hope you're enjoying these videos and I hope you're enjoying this format. I'll bring these out as soon as I can, but I do work some very long hours. I'm trying to aim for once a fortnight, but I can't promise anything. If you did like it, like the video, thumbs up at the bottom of the screen. Subscribe to the channel for free, share it onto your social media, spread the word. Anything you do would be hugely appreciated. Thank you so much for joining me and look forward to seeing you in the next video.